Hey guys, so those who don't know me, I'm always Nicole Treese, and this is my channel. Welcome to my channel, you guys. Of course, the way I am sounding right now, I really kind of nervous a little bit in making this video, but maybe it can help someone else. That's what I keep telling myself to. Remember, I told you guys before, this is like a spiritual journey for me as well. Preparing myself for 2022 and releasing a lot of things. Like I was telling you guys, I take a lot of things in mind, and this was just one topic that I was going to share, but I didn't share with a lot of people just yet. But anyhow, before I go any further, um, if you're new to my channel, thank you. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. That way you know when I'm bringing videos as well. But this video, I know you see in the top, is my experiences being inside of a homeless shelter. So let's go ahead and go from it. All right, you guys. So now where can I start from it? Disclaimer, you're going to see footage throughout this segment. I'm going to try my best. I'm still learning the mix of it. How to interpret my pictures and stuff inside of it. But I'm going to give you a few shots, but I couldn't take as much pictures at that time because of, special requirements and, strategies of it. I'm about to use the word strategies. But, when you're in a homeless shelter, you can't post like certain things or whatever, disclose the location. So I'm not going to do that as well inside this video, but I'm going to give you guys a feedback on my experience. Okay. So there's another topic also for another day. I was involved into a domestic violence situation. That's what caused me to be inside of my homeless shelter. This was back in 2017 when I was going back through my pictures. I didn't realize how long ago it was, and now we're at 2021. You guys going into 22, and I wanted to go ahead and share this video with you guys as far as experience. It started with I just had to leave the situation. I finally made up my mind to leaving. I'm one of the quite few. Blessed to say that I did left my situation. I was married. I like to think of this. I got married, and it was like a biggest moment because I was out of it right after that because I've been that long into it. But I moved inside the shelter. I got hold to the police department, and I was able to get them to escort me to the location. At the time, it was just me by myself. My kids didn't go with me at the shelter. So I had a chance to go. I sat down with a young lady. I remember it was a nighttime entrance. It was gated, and I went inside the shelter, and she had to do her intake and get my information and my kids and stuff. And I was placed inside of a room. The first room I was in, it was a young lady. She was just about to, with her and her two kids, she literally was just about to exit because she had 3 months. Her 3 months was up. That was the goal of it. You had to only be in there for 90 days to let inside the building. And you're just surrounded by women and kids. The experience of it was whoa. I mean, everybody has a different experience of it, you guys, but mine was whoa. That's what I can say. I mean, you've never been inside of a you see it on TV where you see girls fights and stuff. Literally, like it wasn't physical fights, but it was experiences that I'm going to share with you guys. All right, so I got there. The requirements was you had to do chores, daily chores, all the food, everything was provided for us. So the only thing we were responsible for, if you had a job, you had to be back to the site by 10 o'clock. My case, I was different because my job required me late entrance. I got out late, and I had to get my kids and take them still had to be a parent and get them to the destination and get childcare and stuff, but I had to leave out of the place earlier than everybody else. So the only chore that fitted me was just taking the garbage to the road on due date. And then you were required to cook in food during the week. I don't like cooking for people. I only cook for me and my kids still to this day. And I did not cook at all at that house. I refuse to have cook for other people because I watch, firsthand of people talking junk about other women, talking junk about other women and their cooking, and like I'm not eating that. And it was hilarious. I mean, seeing some of them put their heart on foot in trying to make a meal because it was their turn, and people literally would say no, they're not eating it. And then you're stuck at night if you had to clean up the the kitchen at night. You're stuck throwing away their food. Like, really, I seen it. Um, I also seen where women would sneak beer, alcohol in there. I mean, it was crazy. Like, um, it was like, whoa, like the experience of it. And then, um, it was so bad one time. One of the ladies, she got so toxic. Like, she literally got there and she fell on the floor by me, and I was like looking over, like she was just talking normal, and didn't make she just collapsed because she was drunk. And I was like, holy crap, that this lady just fell. I tried to help her up and everything. I mean, experiences wise, I mean, my story wasn't as battered as some women. Some women was used to where they had metal plates and everything in their heads. I mean, all this stuff was just traumatizing and listening. And I was said I was really lucky. But my experience of it that I really say the most was seeing certain situations that they had strict rules that if you got there and you disrespectful, or you couldn't control your kids, or saying you didn't make the requirements that they asked you to do, or you went against their rules, like you would be out the house within that night. And so I've witnessed where mother and kids didn't have no place to go when they end up getting kicked out. um, it was horrible because they didn't have that experience, of no help or nobody else, and this was their last result, and they had to get put out. And I remembered my first written, I had got written up, you guys. It was a lot when I got written up because I was just like I was trying my best to make sure I stayed put. My kids eventually came in at the time. And that was another thing, when a mom could not leave her kids to go to the restroom. She had to be with her kids at the same time. So at this one point in time, my kids I had to get to clean up and do chores and stuff. And of course, I had my son. He was about 1. And he ended up making a lot of noise. So it woke somebody else's child up. And I was sitting there trying to get my son to be quiet at the same time, rocking him and trying to quiet him down. And amidst me saying, shh, be quiet, or something like that, I can't even fully remember. But it revolved me to, I spanked him on the leg, I think. That's what it was. And that was a no-no. And you were not allowed to chastise your kids like that. You could only do verbal talk, not chastising them. And I got written up for that. The young lady came, pulled me in the office, and told me if she seen me chastising my kids by spanking them or yelling or any type or take of it, I was out the door. So I was on pins and needles because this lady followed me. Basically, I felt like she followed me because she got there and she made me go through a counseling with one of the other young ladies about the situation because she said she had to document it. And I just thought maybe she was just being really too extreme with the whole measure of it, but I understood where she was coming from. But at the same time, it was like, lady, this is my child. So I was like, okay. I had to suck it up, and I did. So you guys, I turned around. I managed through that, thank God. And my 90 days went And I was on it after that. Like, you have to go out and still find your place to go live at. You had to go and use all your sources, your means to go and get you a place. Because after 90 days, you were out. You couldn't stay past that. So I had to get on my grind, find me a place, look for funds, and they had like certain agencies that would help you, furnish your home, which I was grateful. I was able to find an agency to help fund my old home. Um, they took me and the kids out to breakfast and everything, and made sure we was okay. They paid the light bill deposit. They did everything for me in my new home that me and my kids ended up finding, because it was kind of crucial leading up to the day that I ended up getting the home. Like, I was just down. I was every house that I was going to, couldn't get it. I mean, worst case scenario of it, people didn't answer the phones, and so I was just down. I was down to believe like a week or so before it was out for us to be out, and you couldn't get a extended deadline and everything. So it's like if you didn't have the house or anything that you had in process, you were out of the place, and that was something. I mean, I've seen altogether, I think 4 families got kicked out. I've seen when women just voluntarily left. Um, like I said, with everything that went on inside that shelter was an experience. Um, I do recommend, I mean, on overall of it, I do recommend if you're in an abusive relationship or something, get out, seek your local authority, get the help you need to go inside of a shelter. Whatever guidelines that they do provide, at it. I don't know what city or location you're at. Go ahead and seek it. I mean, shelters are not always up to par to doing things, but being a mother myself, you got to do certain things to get out of those situations, and it's not easy. You care about the person. You don't want the person to harm you. I mean, like I said, I experienced all that watching other women go through that situation where the husband or boyfriend or whatever tried their best to get a hold to them and everything. Like I said, the location where I was at is non-disclosable. I cannot give you the information of that. All I can tell you is just go to your local authority, and they can provide you all that information. I still was able to be a voice for some other person at that location, so I tried my best to not disclose as much information of that property, because those were guidelines and things that I signed off saying that I would not disclose that for the safety of other people. But my experience, you guys, on those pictures that you guys see throughout the video, was me smiling. I smiled through everything because I try to stay positive, and that's the first thing that I recommend anybody doing. Stay positive. Ladies, it's going to get hard. It seemed like it, but you made that big step because you choose to walk away. There are guys' shelters as well. So guys, if you're watching this as well, and you got to get away, like literally, it's okay. Don't let my pictures and stuff fool you. I still am a human being. I still went through stories. I went through things. But it made me out to be the woman that I am today. And I know I'm doing like a lot of my videos now with no makeup and stuff on, because this is my journey moment. This is my moment where I'm motivating. This is my moment where I'm preparing myself. Like I tell you guys, I'm preparing myself for 2022. And I get like this. Always. I'm still uplifting myself. I'm still positive. I'm still smiling. It's just through everything. I choose to meditate. I choose to fight. I choose to pray and worship God, and just take this moment to loving myself. No makeup on, no nothing, just me. Now, of course I need to go ahead and get my hair done, but I don't feel like doing that right now. Lucky you guys. I'm going to show a tutorial. I haven't decided about getting my dreads or stuff just yet, but I will eventually probably. So this week will be off, and you guys will see my natural hair soon. But I wanted to drop that experience with you guys and let you know, if you are going through something similar or you're in a homeless shelter, I understand it can be rough. You're being inside of a room with other people, families, and making noise, and you got kids and guidelines and stuff that you got to do. But stick it out. It's worth it. Know at the outcome of it that you are going to get out. You're going to find you a place. You're going to do the necessary means to stay safe for you and your kids, especially being a woman. It's hard, and it's definitely hard walking away from a situation, especially when you care for someone. I've been in my relationship for 6 years. I got married to my person. I divorced my person. I'm now 4 years strong away. I refuse to put me or my kids in any harm, danger at all. I am a survivor. I am a voice. I smile because I'm strong. You have to excuse my son. My son is playing video games, you guys. Yes, so like I was saying, that you guys got this. You're survivors. You were born surviving. It's your destiny to be great this year, all 2022. My situation's been 4 years ago, you guys. And I said I was going to share my story. But this is my platform, and I'll share my story. Feel free to comment, message. If you're looking for advice, if you want more details on me going through my experience of being in a domestic violence relationship experience, I can drop that as well, you guys. I can talk about it now because I overcame it. And I've seen between that gap to now, I've just seen so many women lost their lives because of this situation. I mean, you can care a lot about somebody and don't got the strength to walk away because you don't have anything, or it's more of an inner self of like how I'm supposed to survive. But one thing for sure, two things for certain: you're not a punching bag. You should not deserve verbal abuse at all. You're beautiful. You're perfect. God made you in His image, not for someone else to put their hands on you. So, I'm going to bed now. You guys go ahead, enjoy the rest of your day or night, whenever by the time you decide to watch this video. And I hope it blessed you guys with my experience that I did survive through a homeless shelter at one period of my time. My lifestyle, my gyms. To know more about it, I will post videos.